Welcome to this game. You're sick. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Volume seems okay. Yeah, I think we're doing good stuff over here. All right. So this is a trilogy of different games. They're all like shorter, I believe. And yeah, this is case file number 1. Makoto Wakaido. Case files. Executioner Linchpin. And as you can see, we've got more games as we go. So I know nothing about this, but it looked really cute, and they sent me the code, so I was like, let's try this. It's detectives, that's all I need to know. Is that a seal or a hot dog? This? No, I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, shall we begin? Let's see what's going on. This game uses autosave. Please don't quit the game while the icon is showing. Okay. It's not real. It's not real. Not self-insert. Here, for the little one. You're always so nice. You didn't need to. I do, and you know it. Anyway, see ya. Sure, thanks. Was that a friend of yours, Grandpa? That's right. She even got you a little gift. This bread is tough. It's like almost stale. Cool, thanks. Hey, won't you tell me another story from your detective days? Why not? Let me think. Remember that murder case I told you about, little child? The Light of Murders one? Of course, you never got to catch the culprit, right? Right, but there's more to that story. We found a third victim. How old is this child that we're like, let me tell you about murder? And that brought the case to its tragic end. What? Oh. Between 1981 and 1982, 2 murders took place in Kei City, H Prefecture, Japan. I forgot they do that so that they do this so that you can't specify the exact city, so it doesn't like shit on a place. All right, 2 murders took place. Both murder scenes showed the same gruesome sight. The victim had been decapitated and hung from a telephone pole. Holy shit, this is intense. The investigation revealed that the 2 victims had something in common. They were devout members of the same religious group. Nevertheless, despite their best efforts, the police were unable to pinpoint the murderer. Until in 1983, yet another man was found dead under similar circumstances. Crime scene! Oh, fuck! Oh my god! It's really intense. But okay, I love that though. I love a Japanese horror moment. It's always intense. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's like why I like Japanese horror, I think, because they just fucking go for it. They do not care. They just go to 100, you know what I mean? Alright. Examine people and things to gather clues. Click to move and examine. Okay, easy. Look for clues at the crime scene. 0 out of 8. Let's talk to this guy. Hello. I am Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. I'll be in charge of this case. Detective Wakaido, your reputation precedes you. I've already collected some information from the crime scene. Let me know if you need anything. The victim. Do we know who the poor fella is? We haven't been able to confirm his identity since he's missing his head. We are currently investigating to find out more. Cause of death. Well, what's the cause of death? We believe he was strangulated and then decapitated after death. The modus operandi seems to be the same as in these 2 past murders. The victim was decapitated. A new lead. I know. Why is it pendulating? Because it's a body. That's how gravity works. Ooh, time of death. What's the estimated time of death? Our best estimate is between yesterday 11 p.m. and today at 2 a.m. The body was found around 5 a.m. by a fisherman who happened to be passing by. Did they only send you to the scene? Or send you to the scene? No, sir, there's another officer with me. Feel free to ask him for any information as well. I should talk to him. Okay. Bye. Thank you. 2 clues! We should look at all this. I should listen to what the officers have to report first. Okay, I see. Hey. Detective Wakaido, wonderful to see you again. Hey, you were on those 2 other murders as well, right? I'm counting on you. Yes, sir, I will help you however I can. Alright, what you got? What do you make of all this? The similarities with the cases from last year and the year before that are obvious. It's either a killer who lives the macabre or religion could be involved. Clues. How should I go about gathering info? You can raise certain pieces of information on your notepad, and then you'll be able to ask and find out more about them. Try it out on me, sir. I will try raising a piece of info in my notepad and then talk to him again. Okay, so if I have... Oh, I see. Okay, so if I raise this here, the victim was decapitated. Doc. Detective, we have another ghastly case on our hands. The body. Tell me all we know about the victim's body. Yes, sir. Just as in the murders from last year and 2 years ago, the head has been removed. As you can see, the victim was wearing slacks and a long coat. He was probably in his 40s. Are there any witnesses? One, sir, the fisherman who found the body. We kept him for questioning. Yeah, this guy right here. Victim, man, 40s, wearing coat. Alright. So then if I go here and select time of death and ask him, oh my goodness, and ask him about that. Detective, time of death. The murder took place at night as I take it. That seems to be correct, exactly like in the previous cases. I wonder what these serial murders are all about. Alright, and then I can bring up this question. Okay, victim. What do we know? He already told me this. We can only guess from his clothing. An off-the-rack coat and leather shoes, both kind of worn out. Looks like a salesman and not a terribly successful one. Alright. Got it. Can I look at the body now? No half-staff to mourn this guy. Examine the body. Suit pants and a long coat, male somewhere in his 40s. Ain't getting much more info from this. Are you sure? Examine the surroundings. The body is hanging from a telephone pole. I don't see any other of the victim's belongings around. Let's look at this then. There's some symbol drawn in blood. Ooh! I gotta ask you about this symbol. Detective. This symbol. That symbol on the road sign, have you seen it before? I think there's some religious cult that uses a similar one. Oh no. Okay. Let's... Wait. Alright, fisherman. Officer, I didn't see the whole thing. I'd like to know more about that. What did you see? What did you see? Come by every morning for fishing, alright? But today, I done hear some heckin' noise, so I gotta take me a look. And out of nowhere comes a black something rushing past like mad. I say, what's a swaying thing? So I take me on one better look, and it's some dead folk. That done send the old heart racing, let me tell you. Okay. I'm sorry, what was the black thing you saw? Ain't easy to say being dark round and all. But 'twas pretty heckin' big. Must have been a man, tell you that much. Looked to me like he was fiddling with something. A man. Okay. Do you know anything about the symbol on the road sign? It's got many shakens, all I know. That's some cursed stuff you got there. Okay. Let's ask him about... nothing. Wait. I think we do have to raise it if we're gonna use it. But we have to then investigate after we click it. That's fiddling man! Those Japanese, Scottish, Cockney pirates. What are you saying about my accent? What you saying? You can say it more thoroughly. What's this? His coat pocket is bulging, or is he just happy to see you? But there's nothing inside. Somebody must have taken whatever was in it. I'd better ask the local cops. Coat pocket. Okay. So then, I like that when you look at this, the people you can question are the dead body. That's really funny. Alright. Victim's coat pocket. Let's ask. Detective! Looks like something was taken out of the victim's pocket. Yes, sir, I was just informed of this. Forensics found something that belonged to the victim. It's a matchbox from a bar called... Back anal. but I don't know. The victim probably visited that location shortly before his death. You got it. Time to go. I did it. Deduce. Of course they pronounced it. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just reading words out loud. This is spooky. Wait, where am I? Is this like a dream world? What's going on? Oh! It's my mind palace. Time to put together all the info I got. You couldn't confirm the victim's identity. Why is that? Because he's decapitated. The victim was decapitated. Yeah, it's difficult to find who someone is when they're missing their head. Oh, mind palace. We know little about the victim, but at least we got enough for a generic description. What kind of person was he? Okay. Victim, man, 40s, wearing coat. A man in his 40s wearing suit pants and a long coat. Alright. We also have a witness who could be a potential suspect. Who is our witness? The fisherman's testimony could prove a useful lead. I imagine these will be way harder as we go. We don't know the first thing about the culprit. All we can do is retrace the victim's steps. Thankfully, we've got 2 clues on the crime scene. One is the symbol of a religious cult. The other is a piece of evidence that hints to a location the victim recently visited. What was that? Here we go. Matchbox from a bar. Exactly. Time to hit the bar for a round of questions. Ah, I see. Okay, this is cool. Bar. Let us go to there. I scrapped the info I'm not going to need anymore. Okay, cool. Oh! This is cool. Bar. This looks kind of like Backbone Energy, which actually, didn't they rename that game? It's not called Backbone anymore. I don't know why they did that, but okay. Anyway. Bar. Yeah. The art is fun. I'm into it. Okay, let's see. What should we do? Talk to her. May I? What do you need, handsome? We aren't open yet. Murder. There's been a murder close by. Have you seen anyone shady around? Honey, it's a bar. Honey, it's a bar. We get new customers every day, so... Okay, what kind of memos do we have? Oh, we can't ask her any of this stuff. Alright. Oh my god, who is this man? Rank. I'm on the job right now. Oh, okay. Welcome, we're not open. Detective Wakaido, police, I have a few questions. I know, I like the noir vibe. Of course. Please, officer, mine is a reputable and entirely legal establishment. Well, now I know it's definitely not legal. There's been a murder close by. Notice anything out of the ordinary? A murder, huh? Around these parts, we just call it Wednesday. I'm always holed up in here, but I doubt I saw anything that could help you. Okay, the victim had a matchbox from your bar. Do you know anything about that? Don't reckon I do. I value my customers' privacy. I can't just go around and run my mouth about everything I see here. Please, find yourself someone else to bother. Ooh, sus. Murder Wednesday. Yeah, say you're sketchy without saying you're sketchy. For real, for real. What's the deal with that barkeep? He's a bit cold, I know. Hair money's a bit tight. Maybe he'll warm up to you if you order something expensive. Barkeep is broke! Alright, okay, fine. I shall drink. Honey! How about now? How about now? Order a whole bottle. Oh my god. You know what? Give me a whole bottle. Oh, with pleasure. Thank you for your patronage. The detective emo, it is perfect for this game. Let me know if I should. Who committed murder here? Let me know if I can help you with anything. I do need you to help me. Now with the matchbox. Tell me about the guy who took the matchbox. Oh yeah, he was half of a strange couple of guys. One with a long coat and another with a weird robe on him. I could only think of the Big Lasky. They kept to themselves, were chatting to each other the whole time. Ikoda was sitting next to them, so maybe she got something. Ikoda? Yeah, that'd be the Missy sitting over there. Doesn't run the place or anything, she's just an employee. Two weird guests. Alright. Next. Ooh, appearance. What did the two men look like? Do you remember their faces? What kind of people they were? Anything? Not really. Oh, now that I think about it, the man in the long coat looked like your average salesman. The other one looked like a wizard or something. Seriously, he was wearing a robe and he had this long beard. Believe me, he was so creepy. Just thinking about him is giving me the chills. Fun! Gandalf is here. What were the two men talking about? I wouldn't know. They were kind of whispering to each other. The bearded one with the robe did most of the talking. The one with the coat was hanging from his lips. Uh-oh. And then he was hanging from a telephone pole! And then the coat guy said he'd drunk enough for that night and he should go back to his hotel. The only hotel near here is the Toyo, so I think that's the one he was talking about. Alrighty, thank you very much. What else we got? Man, I don't think we can ask anything else here then. We better relocate. Can I go? Can I? No. Okay. Anything else? I might have to leave and then come back. Alright, this is cool. So we can go back and forth with the new clues that we find. Hotel it is. Wait, I want to open my Laffy Taffy. I need brain food for a detective, a growing detective. I can't believe they 3D printed the thing from the emote in real life. Alright. Wow, there's like really, like no banana in there. You love to see it. Alright. I don't know if there's any. It's really funny. Not that kind of witch. Thank you for the lurk, Midwinter. Please enjoy lurking. Alrighty. We've got... What can we discover here? This camera? They have cameras. Maybe the CCTV recorded something useful. CCTV! Oh, I have to tell you the jokes. What do trees and people each have? That's not a joke. The answer is roots. That's not a joke. That's just like real. How about what has 4 eyes but can't see? What do you think, chat? What has 4 eyes but can't see? Well, I unwrap this. Me? Correct! No. It says the answer is Mississippi. Now you know. Oh! Hello, sir. Welcome to the Toyo Hotel. Detective Wakaido, police. I want to ask about a murder that took place last night. Oh, you're with the police? I'll be happy to help you, officer. Sus. That's the murderer right here. Too eager to help. Murderer. Did you notice anything suspicious? That is a very broad question. We welcome many guests here throughout the day, so... Are you looking for anyone in particular? Did you see a couple of men coming here together? That is also a vague question at a hotel. Your internet died? The answer is Mississippi. How many apples grow on a tree? I give up. How many? 0 on a pear tree. One was wearing a long coat and the other one something like a robe. I think we do have a guest who often wears a long coat. A long-term guest at that. His name was... Yes, Mr. Ida. However, he did not come back to the hotel last night. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the man in the robe, however. Ida? Okay. What else can I ask you? About decapitation? Can you show me the CCTV tapes? All of them? You're right. Got him. Sure. These are yesterday's images. You can see the man in the coat leaving the hotel. It looks like he's meeting with someone, but it doesn't show who that is. Not clearly. A middle-aged man with a long coat. That's our guy. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go into your computer. I hope you don't mind. The receptionist computer. How do I use this? Please enter the information you want to search for. Okay. Look up Ida and tell me his address. This feels like illegal. I know he's a policeman, but it feels like you're not supposed to do this. Please wait. Information found. His home address is not far from here. Why is he staying at a hotel then? Exactly. We are good detectives. We're asking all the right questions. Ada's house is near the hotel. Thank you. I got all my leads. Deduce. Okay. Reading and doing this eating Laffy Taffy at the same time is difficult, but I'm committed. Alright, next question. What do you call a king's rabbit? Deduce. Give up. What you call a king's rabbit? The heir to the throne. Okay. What do you mean, boo? I retraced the victim's steps through the bar and hotel. I got witnesses at the bar who saw a man taking a matchbox. Who did the barkeep see on the night of the murder? Two suspicious guests. The victim wasn't alone. The barkeep said he was there with someone. Your boos get longer. I can't wait to tell you more jokes as we go. Oh my gosh. After I got enough info from the bar, I visited the hotel. There, I found the name that most likely belongs to the victim. What is the presumed victim's name? The receptionist told me the man in the coat is called Ida. Okay. They told me about the man who was there with the victim. How did this potential suspect look? Okay. The people at the bar told me of a man with a robe and long beard. That sounds like either a wizard or a cult, and there could be nothing else. What I still can't figure out is why Ida was staying at that hotel. Why is it so weird for him to stay there? Because his house is near there. His own home is very close to the hotel. Now that I know his address, I'd better go and check his house. Okay, let's go. Okay, just grabbed my info. I'm hairy. Hairiness. Wow. Ida's apartment. Ooh, whomst are you? Hello. Detective Wakaido Police. I'm investigating a murder and I need to see Ida's apartment. Oh, sure you do. Sure, go and look, sweetie. Oh dear, wait, did you say murder? Is Ida okay? Nope. I've been worried about him, you know. It's been a few days since I last saw him. I'm not gonna tell you. What can you tell me about Ida? He's a nice fellow. Nice and neat, yes. You couldn't get on anyone's wrong side if you tried. Are these apartments rented? No, we all own ours. Ida and his missus have been living here for, what, 10 years now? Lovely woman. Oh no, I see blood. I wasn't even looking at this earlier. Look at this blood. Ida's been so gloomy since she was hospitalized, poor soul. Oh no. he got into some shady business to pay his wife's medical bills or something. Where does Ida work? His wife told me it's Kusumoto Sales Agency, was it? Near the station, that is. Okay. What kind of info can I ask her about? Decapitation? Man with a robe. Oops. Did you happen to see a man with a long beard and a robe? Oh, I sure did. That was on the last day I saw Ada, come to think of it. A robe and a beard. Can you imagine? That's no proper folk, not at all. The apartment manager saw the suspect too. Uh-oh. Where the robed man went. Do you know who the man in the robe is? You know about the Light of Martyrs cult, don't you, officer? Oh, it's cult hours. He got ahead of himself. Ah! A cult wizard. I knew it. I knew it. Their followers, they'd come and preach to our doors, too. That fellow with the robe must be their head priest. I've seen his face before. On telly, was it? Okay. Let's see then. I can ask about the face. Alright, let's do that first then. Ay, Chihuahua! Is this Ida? Oh, yes. No mistake. That's Ida, alright. The victim is Ida. Aida. Okay. Stop walking. Start talking. Looks like Ida was staying long-term at the Toyo, the hotel near the station. Last month, was it? Ida told me he wanted to sell his apartment. Out of the blue, that was. I figured that maybe, you know, his missus has passed, so I didn't pry any further. No siree. He must have sold all his furniture, you know, so maybe that's why he was staying at the hotel. Ida was going to sell his house, huh? Alright, that would explain why he was staying there. Okay. We can ask, let's see. That's all. That's all. Let's look at this blood, shall we? Oh my god, there is so much. There is so much. Oh my god, this is like Old Boy. It's like the Old Boy hallway. What do we have here? Would you look at this? Oh boy, there's barely any furniture in here. The plastic sheet kind of contained it, but there's a ton of blood. The victim got decapitated here. Oh, I think when you pass this section, the implication is you go into the door into his apartment. I think that's what this is. Blood spray. Somebody, like, you know, in what's that guy's name in American Psycho? They didn't do a good job the way he does because they didn't clean. They didn't lie down plastic before committing their murder. Okay, I have a joke. Why did the girl have a tiny wooden infant? This joke is already stupid. What? That's what I'm saying. Backabuts, hi! Oh my gosh, thank you for the 15-month resub! Welcome back, how's it going? Here, let me repeat the question. Why did the girl have a tiny wooden infant? Answer. She wanted a whittle baby. That's unhinged. That was pretty bad. That's really dumb. Okay. This plastic sheet kind of... Oh, I didn't even read this. He did have a plastic sheet. Oh, Sesame sleeps in your dresser. That's very cute. Just don't close it on him. The plastic sheet kind of contained it, but there's a ton of blood. The victim got decapitated. This is a crime scene if I ever saw one. Okay. The murderer must have washed his bloody hands here badly. Oh my god. A bloodstained saw. This must have been, I thought it was a machete, which is also bad, but a saw? Ew, that's worse because there's like an eek-oo to it, you know? Yikes. There's no cheapo saw either. Brand stuff. There can't be that many stores carrying it. Oh my god. Intense. Wait. They want me to ask this old woman about his head being cut off with a saw? I'm sorry, what? Okay. Is there any hardware stores nearby? Oh, yes, that there is. Sure is. That one, you know, the one. Cat's Hand, was it? With the kitten logo. They sell this and that, and tools too. Hardware stuff. What a cute hardware store name. Okay, thank you. I guess that's it. I'll see you later. Trauma, not invented. Hey, so about that saw, about the bloody saw. She can't even smell that there's something sus in that apartment after all these days. Unless you just got killed the night before, then never mind. Cat's hand. Look at the picture of the cat. Do you see it? Oh my god. How cute. There are a few kinds of saws on display. Examine. There are so many brands. The saw I found at the murder scene. It was a Shark brand saw, I believe. Something between the shelves. What's this? No! Whoa. Okay. Welcome. Detective Wakaido. I'm investigating a murder. Detective? Murder? Whew, that's a lot. Happy to help, I can. Do you sell saws? Yeah, yes, I'm a hardware store. Anything from small DIY tools to professional woodworking instruments. They're on that shelf over there. Did a man with a robe and a long beard come here? A robe and a long beard. Ah, yes, he was here yesterday. He bought a saw, a plastic sheet, and some other stuff. Think about that, sir. You work at a hardware store. I'm pretty sure you could put the pieces together. Yep. 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 Alright. Alright. Here we go. Man with a coat. Do you know the man in this picture? I might be wrong, but I think it's a customer who's been here a few times. Ida? Why? Was he involved in that murder? I'm not going to answer that question. Did the man from the picture come here yesterday? No, I don't think so. I'm trying to open this Laffy Taffy, but the wrapper is stuck on all ends to it, so it won't come off. Literally on every end. Oh my God. How do I eat it? How do I eat it? What do I do? What do I do? It's like gum. Hold on. I don't know what to do. Do you see this? It's like... Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Waste not, want not. If you work at Home Depot, they bring up that type of training, like understanding murder weapons that are brought up to the register at the same time. I believe it. Free the candy from its prison. I'm trying. Oh. This is a mess. This is a big old mess. I could be wrong. Tell me about your cult. What's the deal with this cult? I don't know about any cults, but that name rings a bell. You must have read it on a receipt or something. Let's see. Alright, tell me about shark. Hold on, I gotta eat some of this. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on, I can't hold this anymore. Hold on. I did my best. Wow. Wow. Has anyone bought one of these saws recently? Shark saws. I've sold quite a few even just in the last few days. Do you have a list of the buyers? No such thing. Okay, I found this. On the floor, between the shelves. Do you know it? What's that? I've never seen it before. What can you tell me about the man with the robe? I remember he bought a bunch of stuff. A saw, plastic sheets, duct tape! A pretty suspicious set of items, come to think of it. Yeah, you think? You didn't ask any questions? Homie. That's the register. It's full of copies of receipts. What's this? This receipt says Religious Association, Light of Martyrs. The receipt says that? What's that about? Wait, why does it? Hey, don't mess with the register. What do you mean? Deduce. I was showing my teeth, and the something I mean Laffy Taffy. Time to put together all the info. While retracing the steps of the man with the coat, I found out the victim's identity. Who was he? Familiar name, but does that really make sense? I don't know what the question was. I forgot immediately after I read it. Okay. Man with the coat, I found out his identity. Oh, Ida. The victim is Ida. Even the apartment manager confirmed it. She recognized the man in the picture taken by the hotel CCTV. Guy is buying duct tape, tarps, and a saws. Guy B is buying nails, PVP pipes, and caps, fertilizer, small propane tanks. What do you do? What do you do? If, like, genuinely, if you can see somebody sus buying those things, what are you supposed to do? Call security? Tell them they can't sell it? Report it? I don't even know. It's safe to assume that the man with the coat is Aida. Now, the victim was killed and decapitated, but where did this happen? At his house. At his house. Murder took place at Ida's. Ida's home showed evidence of a murder taking place. You're buying candy. Oops, you've been influenced. That's me, an influencer. The evidence showed that the murder happened at Ida's home. I found the saw that was used to decapitate the victim, and I learned more about the bearded man with the robe. What organization did he belong to? Cult. I finally found out who the robe man is. The saw used to decapitate the victim was purchased from the general store Cat's Hand. And in the store, I found some evidence bringing together the Light of Martyrs cult and the robe man who brought the saw. Well, there's a receipt. Is that helpful? The Light of Martyrs is involved in this murder. There's probably no doubt about it. But I still can't see the connection between the cult and Ida. I should go and visit his workplace. Alright. Let's do it. I would like to eat one more Laffy Taffy that isn't stuck to the wrapper. And then I need to stop eating it. I scrapped the info. Looks good. Alright, I'm going to give you a joke. Wait, these are the same jokes on the last one I read. Boo. That's really deserving of boo. Okay, I'll read you a different one. These are so bad. Okay. What did the British umpire say to the batter? A baseball joke for you. Actively influencing. Hi, Durndal. You bought Halloween candy? Yeah, I'm already eating all of mine, so... What kind of candy you buy? Get on my land. What did the British umpire say to the batter? Europe. As in, you're up, but also Europe. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Okay. That's so bad. That was Big Boo. Big Boo. Jolly Rancher gummies and Twizzlers. I do like the gummies more than the hard candy. Well done. Good choice. I only bought Laffy Taffy. Oh, and I bought those Lindt milk chocolate truffles because I've had my milk chocolate craving, but I haven't opened it yet. And it's not Halloween candy, it's just candy. Must have been pre-Brexit. I thought the same thing. I make a Laffy Taffy joke, but it's too artificial. Ha! Ha ha! Took damage. You're right, it's defective. We've got to analyze this. Oh wow, this actually looks interesting under the under the magnifying glass. Oh, it's actually kind of cool. Oh, alright. Phil, thank you for deeping hydrate. Let me eat this last piece and then I will wash it down. Alright. Who are you? Detective Wakaido, police. I'm here to ask about Mr. Ida. I heard he works here. Why would the police want to know about Ida? I'd like to know more about your employee, please. He used to be a very diligent, straight-laced fellow. Used to be. Just recently, he suddenly turned in his resignation. I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. Said he'd got a call to faith or something. Oh no. Ida quit his job and joined a cult. It's always how they get you. Alright. Oh wow. Tell me about Ida's wife, please. Oh, a big mystery in this channel. I'll believe it when I see it. Did Ida ever tell you anything about his wife? Last year, I think it was. He told me she'd been hospitalized, pretty serious condition. And the treatment was going to cost them an arm and a leg. Every day after work, he'd go see her at the city hospital. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Hey, do you know about the cult called Light of Martyrs? Ah, that's the one that got Ida, isn't it? That's pretty much all I know about it. The victim. So, your employee died. What, I'm gonna tell him before next of kin? Okay, I guess that's fine. A man has been murdered, and that man is very likely to be Ida. What? Nani? Ida-san? He was never the type to get murdered. I never put him on my list of could be murdered before. What about trouble in the workplace? Any run-ins? Hold on, my sleeve. You pull my sleeve down. Okay. Alright. Absolutely not. I couldn't even imagine it. Ida was kind and affable. He steered clear of any kind of trouble. If anything, everybody was grateful for him. Who'd hold a grudge against someone like that? Ida was liked in the workplace. Goals. Alright. I've heard that Ida was going to sell his apartment. Did you know anything about this? Yeah, I thought he needed to pay for his wife's treatment. But the rumors here said that he wanted to donate it all to that cult of his. Oh no! Wait, that's not great. Wanted to gift house to cult? Uh-oh. I hate that. Alright, let me click this one and then we'll go talk to whoever this lady is. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Detective Wakaido, I'm here with the police. Can I ask you a few questions about Ida? Mr. Ida, is he alright? Please tell me what you know about Ida. He worked hard, but he never stood out much. Wait, can I just take a second? I know... Okay. I know that this is like her hair and her face is like, they're all faceless, right? I know that. But I can only see like that as the eyeball. This little pixel as the eyeball. And then this is like a nose. And this is the mouth. And then this is the chin. And then like a little ponytail. Have I changed this for you? Blobfish. Yeah, Blobfish is the head. Oh my god. Okay. Serious. Since his wife was hospitalized, he's been showing up less and less. Have you ever seen this? What about this? Seen this before? It's not exactly like that, but all members of the cult wear a similar pendant. Am I speaking loud enough? I keep wanting to not scream and talk at this volume, but let me know if this is too quiet. I'm trying not to scream. You see the face? You can't not see it now, right? This. Have you ever been to their church? Ida invited me to one of their meetings once. I ended up not going, but I should still have the flyer with the address. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sound good? Okay, sick. Did Ida ever talk about his wife? Oh, did he? He loved her so much he barely talked about anything else. And when she got hospitalized, you could see how much that got to him. That is sad. It was a sorry sight. Ida was attached to his wife. That is sad. Ah! Do you know about a cult called Light of Martyrs? That's the cult Ida was a member of, right? I've heard rumors about their beliefs. I thought it better to keep my distance. Mr. Ida was convinced that donating his house to the cult would cure his wife of her illness. Sounds like a huge scam, if you ask me. Okay. I guess we're just telling everybody that Ida's dead without telling his family first. And his landlady, I guess this is what we're doing. A man has been murdered, and that man is likely to be Ida. That Mr. Ida? But why? He was such a good man. Maybe too good to even see evil in other people. But murdered? I'm at a loss for words. Are you the murderer? I think that's all of those and all of these. So I think we're just on page 3. Oh, we're done. Okay, let's move. Let us go to the hospital. Oh boy. Hi, Doc. Oh, and a patient. Can I help you? Detective Wakaido, I'm here with the police. I believe there's a Mrs. Ida here. I need to talk about her husband. Oh, Ida. She's staying with us, yes. Is there anything I should know about? Yes. We're just telling everybody instead of the wife. Oh my god. I'd like to hear about Mrs. Ida's husband. Since she's been staying with us, her husband has come to see her every single day. But he hasn't shown up yesterday. Apparently he's not answering her calls either. Oh no. She's really worried. Oh no. It's really likely Mr. Ida has been murdered. What? Oh, that's most unfortunate. Who is going to pay for his wife now? Wait, honey, why are you asking that? Why is that the question you're asking? Get out of town. All right, Doc, if that is your real name, tell me about Mrs. Ida's illness. If left untreated, she would die within a year. She needs to be hospitalized and receive constant medical attention. Insurance doesn't cover this kind of treatment, so it's bound to be expensive. Oh no, and I'm gonna have to tell her about her husband getting killed? I'm not prepared for this. Do you know anything about a cult called Light of Martyrs? I've heard the name, yes, but that's as much as I know. Thanks for nothing. Expenses. This music is good for your current vibe. Ooh, I love that. Are you living in a film noir and we didn't know it? They've been paying for this? Yeah, so far Mr. Ida has been paying all bills on time without fail. And what if he stopped? Then I'm afraid we'd have to discharge her. That's the same as in the Philippines. Ugh. Hold on, I need a stretch. My legs are sore from, I don't know. I had a leg day on Thursday, but that was 2 days ago. I don't know. Medical bills too much. Alright. Okay, let's talk to her. I'm nervous. Refugee, thank you for redeeming stretch. We should stretch. Oh gosh. My legs are really sore. Oh god. Hold on. They actually really hurt. Ow. And my back was hurting earlier too. Ah. Healthcare system. My mom was explaining this to me. She was like, in the US, if you, like, obviously, healthcare, not great here, but if it's part of the rules that, like, if you are, like, hospitalized or gonna, like, die or something, they have to help you, and then they bill you after. So you don't really have a choice on what your bill is, basically. Because they do what they have to do to make sure you're alive. And then you have to deal with the consequence of costs after. But in some places, including the Philippines, I know this isn't Japan, but I don't know if this is like correct for that area. But if they try to bill you first, so if you can't pay it, then even if you're gonna die, you can't get help. You have to prove you can pay for it first. So both ways suck, but apparently that's the deal. Yeah, unplugs life support. Yeah, that's so fucked. All right, are you Mrs. Ida? Did anything happen to my husband? Have you noticed anything abnormal in your husband's behavior as of late? For one thing, he's been looking really stressed out for the past few weeks. He used to come see me every day, but now he won't even answer my calls. Is he okay? Let me ask you about something else. Are you familiar with the cult-kind line of murders? I have never heard of that. What does that have to do with my husband anyway? Oh no, I don't want to tell her. I'm going to do that question last. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Have you heard about his plans to sell the house? No. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, my body. Ouchie. Ouchie. I leave all money matters to him. Oh. Don't go home. There's a murder scene in your house. So I assume that his plans to donate the house to the cult is news to you as well. I can't believe he'd ever do something like that. A, didn't know he was in the cult. B, didn't know our apartment was for sale. This poor woman. Hey, I hear you guys are close. I just very attached to you. Your husband was known by his colleagues for how much he loved you. I see. He put everything on the line for my sake. I don't understand how this could happen to him. I haven't talked about his death yet, so... but I will tell you this. Ida was a cult follower. I keep saying it in past tense, so she's gotta know, right? The worst part is he did this to pay her bills. I know! Thing is, he was a member of that cult. If he was, I'm sure he would have told me. Wife didn't know he was in a cult. Medical bills. Hey, I hear you're dying. How are you paying for treatment? My husband always took care of it. He even bought life insurance. Oh, no. He bought life insurance all for my sake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, I hate to tell you this. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. Too bad he didn't buy death insurance. Got him. Too bad he didn't buy murder insurance. Got him. I'm mortified, ma'am, but it's very likely that your husband has been murdered. What? That's impossible. Why would anyone murder him? He never hurt a fly. I gotta go. Bye. I just dropped the ball and then left into my mind palace. Time to put together all the info. I got a clearer picture of Ida's situation prior to the murder. At his workplace, he was seen as a good, diligent man. The one thing troubling him was his wife's illness. What about this was he concerned about? She dying. Mrs. Ida is badly ill. But does that really make sense? Yes. But okay, fine. I'll try a different one. It's fine. He was stressed because it was expensive? Or because he loved his wife? I'm gonna do this one. That seems more like a reason. No? Okay, he was concerned about the price then, how expensive it was. Medical bills, too much. His wife needs constant medical attention to stay alive. Paying for this treatment must have been a huge toll on Ida's finances. Talking to his colleague made something else clear. Ida got involved with the cult and started showing up less frequently at work. He'd become convinced that Faith could save his wife. He even handed a cult flyer to that same colleague. How was he involved with the Light of Martyrs cult? He was a follower. He was a follower. Even at work, it was no secret that Ida was a cult member. In light of his wife's illness, Faith was probably the only straw he could grasp at. Ida was known for how much he loved his wife. He visited her at the hospital every single day after work. His wife's testimony makes me think the two spoke a lot during those visits. But there was something that he never told her about. What did he keep his wife in the dark about? Cult. All his colleagues knew was that Ida was a cult member, or all his colleagues knew, but his wife didn't. Most likely he didn't want her to worry. Ida was planning to sell his house. I'd assumed he'd use the proceeds to pay for his wife's medical bills, but I was wrong. What was he planning to do with the house? Where is it? Wanted to gift a house to cult. Ida probably felt like he was in the middle of a long, dark tunnel, and the light he saw at the end of it was the Light of Martyrs. It's pretty clear they're involved somehow. I need to get some hard proof to show the cult had a hand in this. I mean, like, I understand all of this, but now the question is, then why did they murder him? What happened that made them take that next step? Oh, we're going to the cult church. Everybody, are you ready? Time to go to the cult. Oh my God, my body hurts so bad. It's like my back hurts, my legs hurt, but also my tum-tum. I ate a lot of candy. I ate a lot of candy. We're in the cult, homies. Here we are. May the light of the martyrs shine. Welcome to the Church of the Light of Martyrs. If you wish to be enlightened about our faith, feel free to ask me. Tell me about yourself. Who do people believe in? You people. We of the Light of Martyrs believe in the spirit of self-sacrifice. Sacrificing oneself is the key that will lead humanity to its next stage. Who is the head priest of this church? Our head priest is the Venerable Sata, the first martyr. The first martyr? As in he made the cult up? If they want the insurance money, yeah, totally. What do you mean by first martyr? Right as the world was falling into darkness, the Venerable Sata became a martyr. He decapitated himself. Suspicious. And through his sacrifice rescued the world. We all owe our lives to him. The religious belief of self-decapitation. But that's not decapitation of head. They're the same picture. Okay. Do you know this pendant? Oh, did somebody drop that? I'm afraid it's not mine. Let's see. Self-decapitation. Tell me more about that. He cut off his own head? Let me get this straight. The head priest saved the world by cutting off his own head? Precisely. He has saved all of us by decapitating himself twice in the past. You can't be serious. Say what you will, but I have seen the Venerable Sata with his head cut off with my very own eyes. It was a dreadful sight to witness, but then he came back to life. What? What? Look at this guy praying so hard. Okay. Before we continue, I'm just trying to think of what I need to do for my body. It is struggling. Ow! Everything hurts! Help me. This is a really unattractive angle. I'm just like blobbing. This is big mood. Body hurt. My body hurt. I don't know what's going on. What am I doing? I can't push myself forward in this position. I have to stop slouching. Ow! Ow! Is this Blorbo? Yeah, which head we talking? What's going on? I need to roll up into a ball. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Ooh, you got airheads. Yes, it's almost like Laffy Taffy. It's very similar energy. Can I ask you something? May the light of the martyrs shine. The spirit of self-sacrifice will change the world. I can't ask him any questions. Bro. Hey. Sacrifice thyself. That will lead you to the next stage. May the light of the martyrs shine. Self-sacrifice, yes! If you sacrifice yourself, any wish can come true. Boomst. Are you a member of this cult? Of course I am! Since I joined the Light of the Martyrs, everything in my life has started going well. Everything. Here's the thing. In a cult, do they call it a cult? Out loud? They call it, or do they call it like a religion, or like, you know, like another word? that isn't as negatively connotated? Do they? Is that? I feel like if I asked a cult member if they're in a cult, they'd be like, no, actually. No, we got blorbos. Okay. Coming to church every day is what has made me as happy as I am. Who? Oh, I asked this already. Have you gotten any wish granted while you were here? I sure did. My parents, who come from a long line of artisans, were constantly pressuring and abusing me. Oh my god. I said that very happily. I'm sorry. I wished for them to stop. But as soon as I sacrificed a finger for my right hand, all the abuse stopped. This is the power of self-sacrifice. What the hell? You sacrificed your finger? Exactly. It was the Venerable Sata, the martyr of miracles himself, who cut off my right index finger. It was the greatest of honors. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's not a cult. It's an alt religion. It's a community space. Contributes to totem. I guess we did call our cult the quiz cult, to be fair. We didn't even try to hide it. Okay, I had this picture. This man is called Aida. Have you ever seen him? I have, yes. He wasn't that consistent with his visits at the church, however. But I have seen him talk with both the Venerable Sata and the Lesser Grand Priest. Okay. May the light of the Have you ever been to a shop called Cat's Hand? I do not visit any indecent shops. Do you think that Cat's Hand is a sex shop? Homie, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, but we know who we are. As long as you're all okay with it, chat. Oh. Why do you think... That's all. Okay. May the light of the martyrs shine. I am the Lesser Grand Priest. Let me know if you wish to join us or make a donation. You're asking for donations? We never asked for anything. Our followers simply decide to sacrifice themselves and their belongings out of their own. Self-sacrifice opens the path to understanding the world's truth. Sacrifice everything and you too may be blessed with the Venerable Sata's sacred life. I'm pretty sure that they just tell everyone to sacrifice stuff so that they can then take it. Right? So if the cult leader was like, Ida, sacrifice your house, it's because he wants it for himself. You know? Leave small vial of blood at your feet. Thank you. You will be rewarded in time, in due time. He thinks Cat's Hand is a cat girl cafe. He'll come around. I want to meet the Sata, the head priest. The head priest left yesterday and he has not returned yet. He said he was seeking new places where to sacrifice his venerable self. I'm afraid he will not be back anytime soon. No alibi. One of your followers said that he's seen you and Sata talk to Ida. The head priest and I? Oh, yes, I remember now. Mr. Ida wanted to donate his house and make a special sacrifice, so I introduced him to the Venerable Sata. Finally, a link between Ida and that bearded bozo. He was very passionate as he spoke to the head priest. They even left the church together yesterday. They left together on the day of the murder and Sata hasn't come back yet. It's a Japanese idiom to borrow a cat's hand. It means you're so busy even a cat could help you. As in like lending a hand. But then if this takes place in Japan and he would know that phrase, why is he like, indecent? I also need to... Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh my god. Wait, can we like... Oh, I think I need to stand for a little bit as I play. Okay. Alright. Oh, oops. Okay. Ah! This man is called Ida. Have you ever seen him before? We are visited daily by droves of followers wishing to see the Venerable Sata. It's difficult to say. What's this special sacrifice you're talking about? The greater one's wish, the stronger their resolve must be in order to have it granted. Self-sacrifice is proof of the resolve. It can take on any one of several shapes. For example, as first martyr, the Venerable Sata sacrificed his priceless life. God thought it necessary for him to come back to life, and so he did. He is the only person to have ever reached the next stage. What did Ida end up sacrificing? That is between him and the head priest. You mean yourself? You, the head priest? Oh! May the light of them... Ugh. Does this belong to your church? Where did you find this? At the cat's hand! This is a symbol from the Light of Martyrs. I am positive it is ours. However, it's slightly different from the ones we wear. Could it be the head priest? Okay. Y'all involved in a murder. See this receipt? This proves your cult is involved in a murder. Your cult ain't praying its way out of this one, bud. Catch my drift? You foolish heretic. You do not understand the Venerable Sata. He does what must be done, nothing more and nothing less. He would never murder someone. Begone! Stop lying. Are you going to arrest us all? I've done nothing. I know nothing. It's possible that Ida did it himself as his own sacrifice to try to be, well, but I don't know, but then why would he be hung up and stuff? If he was killed, if he died in the apartment, why would he be hung up in public? So never mind. Where is Sata? I have no way to contact him. All we could do is keep sacrificing ourselves and praying until his much-awaited safe return. I was so worried I personally visited his house, but he wasn't there. Interesting. Is that everything? Ow! Oh, my body. How am I supposed to go to a party today? I'm gonna have so much fun at that party, but boy, am I gonna not move. Oh! Oh my god. Ow! Ouchie. Ugh! Okay. Never mind. Wait, so I've asked everybody everything here. Okay, so I better move then. No party and workout? Oh gosh. I think at this party I'm gonna mostly be sitting and talking, not moving, I think. Oh god. Hold on. Hold on. Oh! My back! Oh, this is what happens in your 30s! Ah! Boy, am I gonna have so much fun sitting down at this party. I actually do think I will have a good time doing that. Oh my god. Alright. Where am I gonna go? Did I miss something? Hold on, let me go back. Maybe I have to find something. Turns 30 body hort. That's correct. I can get more info. A long beard and a robe. Is this the head priest? There we go. Now we have to ask about this. Okay. Who is this portrait of? Who is the person in the portrait? That is the first martyr, the Venerable Sata. Long beard, white jacket. Or is it black jacket? Long beard and a... You want to talk to me yet? Hey. Okay. Yeah, a long jacket. Okay. Long beard and a short jacket. Oh, deduce. Their 40s is more fun. Things just don't work. Yay. Can't wait. Time to put together all the info. Okay. The man who's been seen in and around the crime scene with a long beard and a robe. Who was he? Sata. The man was Sata, head priest of the Light of Martyrs. His cult believes in salvation through self-sacrifice, and their gruesome, absurd belief is... self-decapitation. The cult's doctrine is centered around self-sacrifice. Saving the world by cutting your head off? What a joke. They're most likely involved in this case and in the 2 past murders as well. I forgot there were past murders. I forgot. Yeah, I like the art style. I like that it's very, just what you need to know. I love it. And I do think the backgrounds are very well done. One of the cult's followers said he'd seen Sata and Ida talk with each other. And I've also found solid proof of Sata's involvement in this case at the general store. What's that piece of proof? Pendant. But does that make it... Oh, God damn it. The receipt... I want a murderer that gets up early. I want a murderer that stays up late. Stays up late. That's gotta be all murderers. The pendant is Sata's. This pendant belonged to Sata. He must have dropped it while he was shopping for the saw. And I even got a testimony regarding what he did on the day of the murder. What was that? That he has no alibi? They met. They met each other. I've got enough evidence to prove the murderer was Sata. Now I only need to arrest him and get a confession. Let's check out the cliff over there. The cliff? This guy's gonna jump off of it instead of get arrested. Imagine a murderer in the middle of a kill. Their Apple Watch just buzzes and they're like, it's bedtime. I gotta go. G2G, meet you here tomorrow. Okay. Cliff! Whoa. When his wife was hospitalized, Ida turned to Light of Martyrs for help, and that cult's belief is that self-sacrifice can grant wishes. Ida must have thought that by quitting his job and donating his house, he could save his wife. That's how Sata, the head priest, does it. He preys on the weak and their suffering. Oh, there's a good chance those other 2 murderers are linked to this as well. Huh? What's that? Great. Sata, it's over. End of the line. Who are you, even? Detective Wakaido, police, and you're Sata, head priest of Light of Martyrs, I presume. Police. I see. It is over, you say? You have followed my steps all this way, and you still don't understand. You see me now as I have worked my third miracle, and once again defeated death. Third miracle? I'd call that a third murder. You used Ida's weakness to make him donate his house and buy life insurance, and then you killed him. You cut off his head and showed off his body to make it look like a miracle. You needed him to die for that insurance money, didn't you? You say all that as if you knew it to be true. There are witness testimonies detailing your every move since you left the church with Ida. And the symbol you drew near his body, that was to link it to your phony miracle. You instructed the lesser grand priest on what to say to buy yourself time after the murder. You were seen at the bar and near Ida's apartment. And how do you explain this receipt from Cat's hand? Is his holiness into woodworking? What's that supposed to mean? It is lesser grand priest who makes all purchases for the church. That ain't flying. Look here. See this pendant with the cult symbol on it? I found it at Cat's hand near the shelf with the saws. It's not like the other members. It's yours. That beard, that robe, that pendant. So much for your saint costume. You made yourself one easy to remember suspect, Sata. You probably used your followers to create alibis for you until now, but your luck's ran out this time. I have worked miracles. No, Sata, what you did is kill people. Even as we speak, there are lost souls out there who need to know of self-sacrifice to be saved. Spare me the sermon. You tricked all those schmucks into giving you money, but it won't work on me. You foolish man who cannot believe in miracles. I will show you one right now. Wait, Sata! Is he gonna cut my head off? I'm ready to sacrifice myself to save the world. Wait, stop! I am the savior. With my sacrifice, I will redeem the world. Sata! He's gonna jump off that fucking cliff. Wait, I'm kind of so sleepy. Oh, he fell! He jumped! Oh no! Right after saying that, Sata jumped off the cliff. I knew it. What? What? Did Sata get away? Beats me. Best I could do was getting him cornered. Shucks. I failed to get justice for Ida, and I couldn't even catch the prime suspect. All I could do was look down from the cliff while clenching my fists around Saita's pendant. Wasn't much of a story, huh? Sorry to bore you. Now, wanna head home? Wait a second. What's wrong? Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. There are a couple of things about your story that don't sit right with me. This little child. Grams, you're lying, aren't you? What? Whoa. What? I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I told you I haven't been sleeping much, so I'm just like snoozing. What are you talking about, Makoto? Sorry, but I don't want to go home while all my doubts are still stuck in a maze. I, Makoto Wakaido, will solve this mystery. Wait. This whole time. Wait, wait. This game is called Makoto Wakaido. I thought that this whole game so far, we were playing as the main character because he kept saying, my name's Wakaido, my name's Wakaido. And I assumed that that's the titular character. But this is Makoto. This game is his game, not Grandpa's game. Holy shit. I did not realize that. What happened to me at the gym? Oh my gosh, I've just been sleeping so little. I've been sleeping like 3 to 4 hours every night. Just because I've been so busy, right? Like I start the gym at like 6 a.m. so I have to wake up earlier than 6. And then I do that because either my trainer requests me to, or because I have morning meetings that I have to be home by and on camera for, or at work or whatever. So I have to be back from the gym and put together in order to then go to all my work stuff. And then I've been working overtime all week because I have a lot of things kind of going on right now. And so then I work really long hours, right? I've been doing it, but this week in particular has been like this kind of structure. And then I would then come home and eat really fast or stream after sitting in traffic for like an hour or whatever. And then if I wasn't streaming, it was because I had a concert to go to on Wednesday, or like I had stuff that I had already planned that I couldn't miss. Like I couldn't miss D&D because everyone was relying on me to be there, or like I couldn't miss like, you know, a birthday, like just things like that. And then I'd go to bed super late because of all of that, and then having to like do other stuff, cleaning, get shit together for the next day, things like that. Go to bed after midnight, between 12 and 1:30 most of the time. And then I would have stress dreams all night because I would be so stressed knowing that I have to wake up early, like in a couple hours, and have a whole full day again. So I didn't get a lot of sleep, and the sleep I had was really rough, right? And then I'd start over, rinse, repeat. So that's been kind of what things have been like. And so at the gym, I was so tired and sleep deprived, and I physically couldn't do actions. Like I couldn't work out well because my energy was so low that I got frustrated. And that's why that happened to me at the gym. So I'm very tired, and I have another full day today, right? Like I woke up at 7:30 to get stuff done. An hour streaming, which is, again, there's a lot of fun stuff throughout my days. It's just like very full. And after this, I have to go get ready for this party, and then I'm going out of town to go to this party. So it's fun. But tomorrow I'm excited because I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. My morning gym got canceled. And then I usually can't do a lot of fun stuff on Sundays. Well, that sounds kind of wild. I usually have to plan to be home pretty early on Sundays because of D&D. And it's kind of in a weird, awkward time where like I can't do stuff early in the day because then I won't make it in time back. But I also can't do anything after except like evening stuff because of what time it ends. So my Sundays are always a little bit like on a clock. But tomorrow it's getting postponed. So tomorrow, for the first time in a while, I don't have to wake up early. I don't have to run errands unless I want to. I don't have social obligations. I'm not hanging out with anybody. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm just going to be at home and sit on my new couch. Don't do any work and just relax. So tomorrow I'll be able to hopefully catch up and replenish to take on the week. But I'm just really tired right now. But there have been fun things every day for sure. And I'm really excited for all the stuff I'm working on. But we have, I've mentioned it before, we're launching a game in less than 2 weeks. It's like a week and a half or something. On the first, we have 10 days, right, before this game launches, on top of all the other things that I'm doing. But yeah, so it's a bit busy. And then it's also sad because October is my favorite month because I love all the Halloween stuff, all the seasonal stuff. So I want to do all these other things too. But it's like difficult to fit that stuff in, you know, so I'm trying. Yeah, I can't wait to do nothing tomorrow. I might not even cook. I might order food in just to really do nothing. Anyway, do I know what the Japanese word for a youngin is? I don't know. Maybe? Guitar, have a great rest of your day. Sounds like butter scraped over too much bread. Correct. And I'm not even 111 years old. And yet I feel this way. 14 hours sleep. Well, it's also hard because I think I'm so ingrained now from my last few weeks of early mornings and stuff. I think I now will auto wake up pretty early. But to not have to set an alarm, I think is going to do wonders for my brain because I'm not going to feel stressed as I'm sleeping to have to wake up. Does that make sense? It's like if you know you're going to have a flight really early and then you have a bad sleep because you're still thinking about like, oh, I better wake up. I can't miss my flight. I better, you know. So. Yeah, burnout is real. And here's the thing. Both my manager and my leadership, like even further up, both of them have talked to me to be like, you need to take breaks. So it's not like people are telling me not to, but I'm just, I just have so much to do. I don't feel like I'm able, like, not that I'm not able to take a break, but like I feel responsible to get things done or show up to social obligations or like take care of all my errands, right? Like I got my couch yesterday, like make sure I'm around for the couch, things like that. And so I just feel like I'm kind of doing it to myself, but I'm really tired. So, but I was talking to my manager about it, about my life burnout. And she was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. But then, and was like, take some time this week so that you can chill. And I was like, but my deadline. It's like, but you have a deadline. I can't do that. So I appreciate everyone trying to help me out, but it's hard for me to turn my brain off. I feel obligated to get things done. It's with my own brains. It's my own brains. Get some rest. Spider-Man 2, I know, I'm going to play Spider-Man 2 tomorrow. Like, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to watch, like, horror shows all day. Go Rogue. You're right. 'Tis the season, up until Christmas. If up until Christmas at Disneyland, they have the Haunted Mansion ride that is, like, Nightmare Before Christmas, that means Halloween goes up until Christmas. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. My friends will understand. Oh, here's the thing. My friends will understand. My coworkers in management will understand. Actually, they encourage breaks pretty often. I just don't do them. But my family understands. Everyone is on my side. I just am doing this to myself. The Japanese word for young is wakai. Oh! As in, like, what's our last name? Wakaido? I've been saying it so much and I forgot. Anyways, okay, let's get back to this, shall we? I am the real detective, child. I am the child detective. What is it about my story that's bugging you? Well, it's difficult to put into words. What you told me is believable. But there are a couple of weird turns. And what would those be? The first one is the pendant. When you first found that pendant, what did you call it? The head priest's pendant, I think? Yeah, you said it was the head priest's pendant. This is also cool because throughout the Mind Palace stuff, we were talking to these columns, and it was treated as a person speaking to us. And so I just thought he was talking to himself, or it was breaking the fourth wall. We were talking to the game. But now that we realize we're this little kid, now I'm like, oh my god, the column is the grandpa. And then the person who's making the selections is the kid detective. Because even in this flashback, the grandpa's like, well, what did we say that made sense? And the kid had to like be like, oh, it's this thing from your story. So now it's making more sense. You were, or rather, you turned out to be right. But when you just found it in the shop, you had no way of knowing who it belonged to. Granted, but what of it? Oh my gosh, I feel like we're breaking apart the game. That inconsistency made me realize something. I thought that maybe you were trying to set up a misdirection. What do you mean, misdirection? You know, like in mystery novels, you were leading me to an explanation that was plausible but wrong. Nani? It all makes more sense this way. My theory is that you were pretending to investigate. What do you mean? In reality, you were setting up clues. Why in the world would I do that? Because you already knew the truth. That's what I think. Grandpa, are you a murderer? Or an accomplice? And there's one more thing about the pendant that doesn't make sense. And what's that? When you showed the pendant around while questioning people, they all responded in the same way. They said they never seen it. Right? Yeah, several witnesses said they'd seen a man wearing a robe, but none of them mentioned having seen that pendant. Are you saying that the pendant didn't belong to him? That's not quite right either. I think that he was wearing it, but that his long beard covered it and nobody could see it. Now, where did you really find the pendant? I mean, I thought I found it at the general shop, but did I not? Where did I really find it? Well, let me just click on where I thought I found it. Okay, no, yeah, okay. Where did I really find the pendant? At the church, maybe? No, I found it at Ida's house? Ida's house, what? That's the only explanation. There's only one way you could have seen the pendant, normally hidden by Sata's beard. And that's when his head had been cut off. That's right, because that's where the saw was and all the blood. That's where someone was decapitated, but we didn't know from the crime scene whose head it was. We just assumed it was the body that was hanging, which we also assumed was Ida, but we don't actually know that, I suppose. Huh? So you're saying... Yes, the truth is... Sata was murdered. Sata wasn't the culprit. He was the victim. Ida, who tried to pass off as the victim, was the real murderer. Ah! Because all they had to do was swap clothes and take out whatever was in his pocket, right? Because that's all that was there when we found the body. And even the police were like, we can't identify this body. There's no head. But the clothes were this guy's clothes. Homie. Homie, Gramps! Ida was alive the whole time. Makoto, you got something in you, something special. I'm sorry I lied to you. You're right. Ida's still alive. Will you tell me what really happened? You're too bright for my lies. Hi, champ. Oh my god. Remember that this happened in the 80s. Scientific investigation wasn't as precise back then. After the second cult follower murder, the head office wanted to end things quickly without wasting time looking for suspects. Wouldn't surprise me if Light of Martyrs was pulling their strings. Those were bleak days. I ignored the brass and started investigating on my own. I set my sights on the Light of Martyrs head priest, Sata, and started following him. It just so happened that he'd found himself a new lamb to sacrifice, and his name was Ida. The two walked together into Ida's house. I was right outside listening. All of a sudden I heard fighting. What else could I do? I broke in. What's going on? You! Oh shit. Sata! Yo, I totally helped kill this guy. You're Ida, aren't you? What happened here? I made a terrible mistake. As I was finishing up the papers to donate my house, this man attacked me out of the blue. Is that true? I fought back, lost control, and ended up strangling him. That's right, the cause of death was strangulation. Who are you? I'm a police detective. I was following Sata. I guess this is as much following as I'm gonna get done. A detective? Does that mean I'm under arrest? I don't care what happens to me, but if I go to prison, who will look after my wife? Please, won't you at least help her? Tell me about her situation. Ida's story filled me with sympathy. I swore I'd help his wife, and I did so, betraying both the police and the world at large. Whoa! We set Sata up. We made it look like Ida had been killed while Sata was still alive. Wow! Wow! I'm literally telling my grandkid I committed murder. We cut off Sata like a brutal murder. I mean, I guess he had already been dead, but it's not nothing to chop off a person's head. Whether they're dead or alive. That's still insane. We cut off Sata's head with the saw we bought from the general shop. That's when I found the pendant. I pretended I'd found it during the investigation. Ida and I parted ways at the cliff, and after letting him go, I wrote a false report. I used his insurance money to pay for his wife's medical bills while protecting their secret. No big deal, little kid. Oh, great. That's how it really went. Glad to know this. I'm really sorry I tried to fool you. I've been fooling everyone for so long now. Gramps, did Mrs. Ida ever get well? She did. Her husband and I were able to see her final moments just a few days ago. Oh my god! Wow, she lived all the way until being old? They told me they were grateful for the years I afforded them. They lived them modestly but in peace. I see. So that friend of yours from earlier must have been Ida. Can't hide anything from you, can I? Wow. Detective Wakaido. Yeah? The case is closed. Wow. 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 That was cool. And that's how I cheated the system. Whoa. That was cool. That was wild. I really was like, that was a great twist. I really this whole time was like, this is really fun, but it's so clear what happened here. And it wasn't clear. We got. This is hilarious. Wow, we were tricked. We were bamboozled. I love that. That was solid detectivation. You're telling me. Wow, these are good icons. Can I fast forward this? I don't want to skip it, but can I go faster? That's okay. That was great. So there are 3, it's a trilogy. So that was the first one. I think I might have a little more time if you want to do another. I have about, I don't know if I can finish it though. I'll have to look it up. Let me look up the length real quick. But I have maybe an hour. Let me see what the email says. Okay. Each case takes about an hour to solve, it says. Okay, maybe we can do one more, then I can go after that. There's a new episode. What is the deal with this? It looks like this dev team has made multiple games, including some stuff that looks like horror adjacent. That's interesting. Thank you for your work on the case. Do you want to go back to the title screen? Yes. Okay, shall we try another one? I think we have enough time. Wait, so there's case 2, case 3, and this is the new one, apparently. So, Boogeyman's Woods, Phantom's Foot, The Weeping Hands Manor. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Yeah, let me just check my messages to make sure I'm all good. Okay. And my coffee is complete. It's water time. Alright. As a kid, I'm the kid all grown up now. I'm a different detective. I love listening to my Gramps' stories about his detective days. When I became a detective myself, I was put on a case related to one he'd worked on. It felt like destiny. I'm Makoto Wakaido. I've scheduled a visit. He said his full name, so now we definitely know who this is. No tricks. It's been a while. It really has. How is the little one doing? Is this Hannibal Lecter? Doing great doesn't even cut it. And you came here just to give me the good news? Not only that, I didn't have the chance to hear about my grandfather as much as I wanted. Could I bother you for some tales about the good old days? As you wish. Let's make this visit a fruitful one. Okay, I'm going back in time. $5, Cake. Have a good rest of your day. Chat soon. It all started in the depths of the woods near an isolated village in O Prefecture. At the center of the story was a family whose old traditions had survived modernity. The whole village seemed to agree on what had happened to the victim. That poor soul got spirited away. Ooh, we got ghosts! We've got ghosts! I found him. Here in the spirit woods. It's the spirit. The spirit took another one. I look like Edward Elric. Okay. What's going on? Did they find the missing person? Ghosts! That seems to be the case. The spirit woods, as they call them, are just over there. I'll go check the situation out. How's it looking? Did they find them alive? Unfortunately, it was too late. Right. It's over there, isn't it? Yes, sir, you can't miss it. The dead body. I'll go and wait for you there. Oh no, what are we about to find? I'd better take a look. Wow. Oh my god! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Hello. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. I've been put in charge of this case. Detective Wakaido, I didn't know you'd be working on this with us. I've already collected all the info I could from the scene. Feel free to ask me anything. We'll be able to confirm the victim's identity. Yeah, that's fucking bonkers. Yes, sir. Several of the people who were involved in the search recognized him. He is Sugihiko Sendo, head of the most influential family in the village. Oh, shit. The victim is Sendo's head. Cause of death. How did the victim die? There are signs of blunt trauma to the head, and one of the rocks near him is covered in blood. We also noticed several puncture wounds all over his body, and clear signs of a slip and fall. Wow, this is all brutal. This is like Midsummer. That was more explicit gore than we were ready for. I know. The most likely hypothesis is that he fell from the bridge up above. Fell and hit his head, huh? Do we have an estimated time of death? Judging from the testimonies of the victim's family, our time frame is between midnight and 6 a.m. Do we know anything else? My colleague over there could have more information. Please ask him anything, sir. I better talk to him. Okay. Well, time to look at this body. I should listen to what the officers say first. Okay. Whoa! Hello. If it isn't Detective Wakaido, thank you again for helping out with the serial manhole cover theft case. Oh, you were on that too? Nice to work with you again. Thank you, sir. I will help however I can. Manhole. How the body was found. How did the body come to be discovered? This morning, the Sendo family reported that Mr. Sugihiko had gone missing. The villagers had been helping by combing the woods. They eventually found his body in this area, which they referred to as the Spirit Woods. Interesting name. Technically, these would be the Woods of Blessing. However, the village has a history of mysterious disappearances. The missing people, believed to have been spirited away, were eventually all found dead here, hence the nickname. Okay, how to find more info. Oh, I know how to do this. Okay. Okay, his assistant Akane will probably be the only one in the office, but well, oh, like, basically I can call the office if I need help. But I understand. Okay. Shall I ask him about Sugihiko? Okay. Is this Sendo family a big deal around here? It certainly is. It boasts both influence and wealth. During its long history, it has made many contributions to the village. The people here have great trust in the Sendo, and they would never speak ill of them. I see. A well-to-do bunch. Detective Wakaido. It sounds like the poor lad fell to his death from the bridge. What do you make of it? There are several broken branches on the trees validating that scenario. Most people are talking about an unfortunate accident, but there's enough reason to believe otherwise. Weird setup. Okay, I need to know about this cat. What's a cat doing here? Ain't no scaredy cat, are ya? Sniff, sniff, Neon. Oh. What is that about? What am I looking at? Someone has put a bull mask and a straw cape on the victim. What exactly is going on here? There are no traces of the body being dragged, nor is there any weapon or any other murder implement around. I have to assume he really did fall down that bridge. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this weird setup. A bull mask. What's that supposed to mean? Taking a better look, both the mask and the cape are spotless. Could they have gone through that fall without a single scratch? Maybe the costume was put on the victim after he died. Interesting. Alright. Have I found all the clues? No. I have not. Alright. Alrighty. Any clue about the mask and straw cape? Yes, sir. They're used as part of a traditional ceremony in the village. Usually they're kept in the Sendo family storehouse. It's a costume, huh? Alright. Could it be that someone else put the mask and straw cape on the victim? Incidentally, forensics found something rather interesting in that regard. Neither the cape nor the mask have the victim's fingerprints on them. Then someone else must have put them on him. We may be looking at more than an accident here. Accident? Possibly murder? I think it's murder. Alright. Perhaps murder. Deduce. Okay. The head of the Sendo family was reported missing, and the villagers searched the mountain for him. Unfortunately, the man was already dead by the time he was found. What was the cause of death? He fell and hit his head. It's likely the victim died falling from a bridge. But was he pushed? Did he jump? Did he trip? Did he fall? The body was found in the Woods of Blessing. Was he spirited away? However, that's not what the villagers call that place. They call it the Spirit Woods. Why the nickname? Spirited away. Other people have been spirited away and then found there in the past. Ooh. Oh, I have a body cramp. The way the body was found, it's really easy to write it all off as an accident. But something about the body made me raise my eyebrows. What was that? Costume. The costume put on after death. It's possible that the mask and straw cape were put onto the body after the death. What little I know about the mask and cape is enough for suspicion. What was that? Is it not just this again? Let's do this. Well, I guess it was just that the fingerprints weren't on there. Does that really... What? Excuse me? Are you denying my detective brains? Who are you? Oh, I forgot there was a second page. Okay. The mask and cape were normally kept in the Sendo family storehouse. I scrapped the info I'm not going to need. Meaning, chances I'm looking at a murder. I'll also need to learn more about the storehouse and how it's locked. Okay. People being spirited away in a village that looks like it came out of a history book. Not what I'd expect in this day and age. I'll need to work under the assumption that this was no accident. Sendo family is in need of some questioning. The Boogeyman's Woods! Ba 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 ba. Chapter 1. Accident day. Are we really looking at an accidental fall from the bridge? The way he was found seems to suggest that. The villagers who helped out with the search all say he was spirited away. Oh, what's all this spirited away business about? There have been similar cases here in the past. Someone goes missing and they find the body a few days later in the woods. The village consider it to be a supernatural happening, a curse of sorts. Da 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 da. Wait, Nani? The victim was from the Sendo family, right? Yes, sir. Most influential family in the village, and he was at the head of it. That's their house that you can see over there. What a mansion! Oh, Sendo Manor. There are more places I can go to now. After I'm done looking around here, I'll need to check out the other places as well. Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. My, aren't you young for a detective? There are a couple of things I'd like to ask you about this case. Case? Wasn't it just an accident? I'm assuming you're a member of the Sendo family? I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but how are you related to Sugihiko? I'm Himiko, eldest daughter of the Sendo family. Sugihiko is my brother. Uh-oh. Are there any other Sendo around? Ichitaro, our eldest sibling, passed away when he was still young, just as Sugihiko did. The gloomy one over there is Mitsuo, the youngest. In our storehouse, we also have a complete family tree. Like I'm gonna remember all those names, sure. You're a detective. You should. Okay. Do I have any info for you? I do, actually. Your alibi. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? You're telling me I'm a suspect? The insolence. Here's the thing. Oh my god. Whenever this happens, I can't take it. Like, every mystery, every show, every movie, every book, every game, if there is a mystery involved, an investigation, whatever, the second somebody asks for an alibi, they get so offended, and it's just like, obviously you're a suspect. Obviously they ask this question to everybody. They ask alibi stories from literally everybody. Why are y'all getting so defensive like it's personal? Like, step one is getting alibis. Has nobody heard of that before? Like, it blows my mind how often this is the reaction in media. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. I'll get that. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Of course, I used to hope that Sugihiko would hurry up and die. Okay, so it's not weird for me to ask about your alibi, lady. So I can get my share of the inheritance. But if we're talking motives, everyone here had one. Which is why we're asking everybody for their alibi. It's natural people are nervous. I would be too. But I couldn't be like, who, me? You think I did it? It's like they're not asking because they think you did it. They're asking because they have to ask everybody and then go from there. Right? It's normal. When people get defensive and they're not the killer. Where was I during the murder? Last night between 12 and 6? Oh shit, I already told you while I was awake. Damn it. I have a very unconvincing alibi. I might be the murderer. Anyway, last night I was resting in my room. By yourself? Yes. So you have no alibi. I also think about that all the time because I do stuff like, I'm always like doing things by myself in my real life. So I'm always out of nowhere, not that anything's happening, but I'm always thinking randomly throughout my days, like, what would my alibi be? That's how you know I like mystery content. Because if I'm like sleeping, then I'm just like, this is my alibi. Who can prove I was sleeping? I don't know. Anyway. Hop, 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 hop. You too, right? Every time I'm alone, I'm like, this is going to be horrible for my alibi if I ever need an alibi. Always sleeping, always at home. If you live by yourself and you're always at home, then it's like, well, I don't know what to tell anybody. I don't know what. My cat is my alibi. And my like Netflix activity. Oh, detective, hello. When Sugihiko was found in the woods, he was wearing a mask and a straw cape. What? Why would he? What's more, it looks like someone put those on him after he died. What? Nani? I heard that normally those things are kept in your family storehouse. They are, but it's locked, so it's not like anyone can just come in and get them. Storehouse. Locked. Alright. I can ask her more about this? Interesting. Okay. Does anyone in the Sendo family have access to the storehouse keys? Only the current head of family. Before he died, Sugihiko was in charge of them. Okay. That's unhelpful, because that means anyone just had to be around him for it to happen. For someone to be able to get the key. Where were you? I was at home thinking about my alibi would be. Before you even called me, before I even knew I was going to need one, I was thinking about what it would be. These must be pictures of all the previous heads of family. Recall. The family tree was in the storehouse. I'll check it out once I'm done questioning. Okay. Hi. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Wakaido from Prefectural Police. Oh, I don't know anything. Sus. Could you tell me how you're related to Sugihiko? I'm the third oldest man in the family, Mitsuo. What a weird way to put it. He was my older brother. My condolences. Thanks. Would you say Sugihiko was on good terms with you and his other siblings? More or less, I guess, as far as siblings go. I never stood out much in the family anyway, so... When he was found in the woods, Sugihiko was wearing a mask and straw cape. The spirit's costume? What do you mean, spirit? It's a legendary creature we worship here in the village. That mask and straw cape are modeled after it. We usually only take that costume out of the storehouse for the festival, though. Parents from these parts tell stories to their children. Better behave or the spirit will come and get you. A recursive alibi. You gotta be thinking about these things. You never know. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? Reading in my room. Am I a suspect? I told you. Okay. Hello? I was told Sugihiko had the key to the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? I don't know anything about the storehouse. You'll want to ask Saiko, Sugihiko's wife. Okay. Lastly... Oh! Okay. I'm assuming this is the same spirit that's getting the blame for the spirited away people. Correct. And if it really happened too, it was years ago. A girl just often disappeared. I heard that they found her dead in the woods after a few days. It's the spirit's curse. This village is no stranger to it. That's it, no? Better go and take a look at the family tree. Wow, a full ass map. Spirit Woods. Manor. Field Road. Ba 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 ba. I did not mean to, oh my back. Oh my back. Oh my back is sore. It hurts us. Hello. Do you know anything about the Spirit Away cases? Do you like how I'm singing? Right? That's how you know I'm delirious. There was no purpose to me singing. There was... I don't even have a tune. There's nothing. Back shoots a back. It's sore. What do you know about this? All I heard from the villagers is that it's an old belief. A spirit that kidnaps people who have done bad things. It sounds like the kind of thing parents everywhere tell their children to make them behave. Did anyone visit since I was here last? Yes, sir. Several villagers gathered, prayed for the victim, and left. Why is he still out here? Why is nobody putting his body away? What a costume. They still haven't taken the body away. That's what I'm saying. It's odd. Hello. Hello. Impression of the Sendo. You've spoken to the Sendo family too. What did they tell? What? Yeah. Sugihiko's wife was very upset. She insisted someone from the family must be behind her husband's death. Ain't nothing but a backache. That's my favorite song. That's my anthem. Tell me why I never don't have a backache. Cause I want no backache. Do you like my song? Do you think rhyming backache and backache is okay? Or is that lazy writing? Or is it art and abstract? Alright, she insisted someone from the family must be behind the death. If you ask me, the victim's siblings didn't seem very troubled at all by his death. Sister against brother. Thank you for listening to my song. I've been questioning all interested people. What about you? Are you doing anything for your job? Well, we've been questioning everyone we could as well, but we gained very little from it. Well, with the incident taking place at night, nobody has an alibi we can confirm beyond any doubt. Da 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 da. Hello, sir. Bet you they're already arguing about who will be the next head of the family. Indeed, the eldest daughter, Hibiko in particular, looks like it's a crucial issue to her. I wonder how the rest of the family is responding. All motives. He did have a song where he said baby one more time, 1 million times. There are musicians that rhyme mission with permission. You're right, you're right. Art ain't easy. Rhyming it 3 times is art. Yeah, you do it with intention. You know? Oh, what is here. I would like to ask you a few questions. It's the curse! Do you know anything about the spirited away cases? Medulinth is no longer, lest it snatch you too. Please explain. Like abduct me? Heed my words. Anger it not. It will snatch you. Okay, but please explain. If you know anything, I'd really appreciate it if you could. It watches. It sees all. It hears all. No secret is kept from the Great Spirit. It's a curse! A curse! Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ya ba 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 ba. Oh my god. I disassociated just now. I fully forgot I was streaming, forgot I was singing, forgot what I was doing. Then I woke up from a stupor. Oh my god. Kids back to back relief. May I have a word with you? Be my guest. Just you be careful with old Graham. She's a handful, especially for outsiders. When people talk about the curse, are they referring to the spirit that drags its victims into the woods? Act naughty and it'll snatch you. That's scary. Oswald, frightened in spirit. Them's what the festival's for. Got the costume from the Sendo storehouse and all. It's so the spirit doesn't go mad. What do the people in the village think of these spirited away disappearances? What's your reason, me think? You hear stories from your old folks all your life. You go around gossiping and the spirit will come for you. We're all scared out of our boots is what we think. Bum, bum, bum. Who is this woman? Ba, 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 ba. Thank you for your cooperation. My pleasure. Could you tell me how you're related to Tsukihiko? My name is Saiko and Tsukihiko was my husband. My deepest condolences. Listen, detective, this was no accident. Tsukihiko was murdered. Somebody killed him. It must have been someone from the family. I'm looking into it. If you see anything suspicious, please let me know. I was told Tsukihiko had the key to the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? Not as far as I know, and I help with the festival preparations every year. The lock was in perfect condition every time I saw my husband open it. Does that mean that the storehouse right now is still locked? Yeah, I would think so. It's an old decorative lock, and nobody would go out of their way to open it if not for the festival. Ba, 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 ba. I'm so sleepy. Detective, your alibi! I mean no offense, but as a formality, I need to ask you this. What were you doing between midnight and 6 a.m.? I was sleeping in my room right next to my husband's, only divided by a paper sliding door. Oops. I just asked that. Oh. When the old head of the family, Ichitaro, was spirited away, was it the day of the festival? And were their masks and cape also found there? It happened on a normal day, completely unrelated to the festival. The mask and straw cape were there, but I've heard the storehouse was found locked back then too. It might be that well, never mind. Oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I might have to take a nap before I get ready. Have you ever entered the Sendo storehouse while preparing for the festival? Sure, every year. Them's family head opens it all up for us. Locks one old sturdy thing. Fancy key, too. Ain't no locksmith that can make one like it anymore. Oops. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. I can't. I have no brains. I have no brains. Can I... Hold on. Okay, let me find this last clue. And then... And then I might need a nap. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I got all the info I need. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. I can get more info here. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm falling asleep. I'm falling asleep. They said I can get more info here, but I don't see where and how. I just want my last clue. Oh! Mask also seen in sorry, I skipped through because I thought I had asked that before. I guess I can ask it again. That costume looks so weird to me. Oh, about that. The officer from the local station told me that past cases also featured the same mask and cape. Apparently, they're usually kept in the Sendo family storehouse. Okay. Let me deduce, and then I'm going to take a nap. Okay. I'm so sleepy. I'm sorry this is happening to me. All right, time to put together all the info I got. I went ahead and questioned the Sendo, the victims' relatives. Not one of them had an alibi. With some more, they looked like they're on terrible terms with each other. It's possible one of them is involved in Sugihiko's death. Who stood to profit from Sugihiko's death? Everybody! They all have motives. They all have motives. Every relative of his had enough of a motive to kill him. The storehouse was locked, and the key was in possession of the head of the family, Sugihiko. Nobody could enter without his permission. However, the spirit's costume was found outside after each of the past disappearances. Could it be that the storehouse lock is broken? In what state is the storehouse's lock right now? The lock is broken. But does that really make sense? No, I wasn't listening to the question. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. What was the question? Nobody could enter it. But the costume was found outside. Could it be the lock is broken? Where is the lock? It's locked right now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. What is the question? Oh my god. Broken? Haven't I asked this already? What? What do you want from me? How come none of these answers work? Sugihiko is in charge. What? How come all these questions about the key are not the answer to the key question? What?
It's locked.
It's locked! Thank you, Flame, for the bits. Can we please tell this detective that it's locked and that's just all there is to it? This one? What? Costume gone, door locked. The storehouse is locked. More than one villager talked about the mysterious disappearances of the hand of a spirit. I have to burp. But you can't build a case around a fairy tale. The mysterious disappearances in the village. How do the villagers refer to them? Boogeyman. A boogeyman spiriting people away. Right. The disappearance people are said to have been spirited away. Alright. An officer got some info from the local police station. Info about other past disappearances. Thing is, there's something tying those past cases to the current one. What was found along with the victim's body after these past disappearances? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Sister, what's the question? I don't know. I'm so sleepy. Is this right? No, what's the question? I don't know. Boogeyman. Going to sleep. Great. The same mask and straw cape as we found this time. Oh my god, get me out of here. I'm so tired. I have to go. I scrapped the info I'm not gonna need anymore. Whatever is behind this death must go way back. I need to find out more about the people who were spirited away before. I have to go to sleep. We finished the chapter. Time to take a nap. Okay. It just saved, so I'm gonna quit. I'm so sorry. I can't stay awake. I can't do it. I'm so tired. And if I'm gonna be up late tonight, I gotta take a power nap. Okay. We have to nap. We have to nap. All right. I would like to point out I'm not tired because this game is great. I'm just so exhausted. Okay. Thank you everyone for hanging out for this stream. I still think we did a lot of things today. We built Lloyd Forger. We also built, what's its name? Gloomy? I forgot the name of the evolution. Oh my god. Anyways, we made that Pokemon. But this game is really fun, and I would like to continue it. When we are able next. Especially that case, because that first case bamboozled me, and I would like to know more. So when we are awake, I would love to play more of that next time. Okay.